Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Final Fantasy IX. Picking up where we left off, there's a little argument going on in here. Uh, just a little update since I just found out we are getting rain that we very much needed. Unfortunately, we need 12 inches of rain to break the drought. Just a little side note here. That's not even to catch up to our lack of rain. Anyway, back to the game. Sorry to waste your time. We have an argument here between the thieves of Tantalus and Richard, of course, the Knight of Pluto. Unfortunately, they don't actually get to tell their tale of how they escaped yet. I don't think they do. And of course, Richard has gone back to his yelling princess in the middle of a decently crowded room. And there is our cart. Is our car, I mean. And like I said, much quicker now that we were actually playing these characters. Anyway. We'll be riding with Marcus on the way down. I just think Richard was a little sad that you called them your friends. Anyway. Explaining why Marcus is on his way to Reno will happen in a little bit. And of course, nothing really important here other than getting aboard the train car. I'm trying to recall if this is when it actually cuts to back to the main party, or if this keeps going with them for a while. Anyway. Once again, if you don't recall, Blank was petrified in the evil forest, along with most of the forest. I say most. Anyway, they're looking for the super soft that cures all forms of petrification. Apparently, these two are set on a scouting mission, so Senna is going to be headed back to Lindblum to report in. Is it a good idea to leave Senna on his own? No. No. I have no faith in the character. Anyway. A decent question. Separated is kind of understatement. You drugged us. Anyway. Moving on. I actually don't remember how to move the plot forward here. Oh, actually talk to Marcus. Well, that's never a good thing. Oh goody, a demon with a pointy hat. Look who survived the explosion. It's the Black Waltz number 3. Interesting little tidbit about this fight. If I recall correctly, you cannot lose this battle. As long as you don't knock the princess out yourself, you can't lose. You cannot lose this fight as long as the princess is alive. Because he literally cannot target the princess. If the princess is the last one alive, he starts smacking himself with a stick. Anyway, this is going to be our introductory fight with 2 fairly underleveled characters. Marcus here is, again, our temporary party member, and he's going to be stepping in for Shinji as his stealer. As the stealer. Minus Strike is completely useless whenever you're not missing any health. I don't have Shell for her, so currently she can't really do anything but heal, so... As always, steal from the bosses, because normally they have upgrades. Again, I just made that completely useless attack. Anyway, the Black Waltz is much easier than he was before, and that is all 3 items. Just to make sure, though, I'm going to have Marcus try and steal again. There we go. He has nothing. Actually, I want Richard to use Minus Strike first. See, just so you see the effect, he was missing 150 HP. See? That's what Minus Strike does. It is very much risk versus reward. If you feel like risking it and letting Richard go to very low HP, you can get a huge strike out of it. At the same time, you can also knock him out of the fight. And since I didn't take the time to equip either of the 2 characters, they are currently using their older equipment, so... Once again, Princess is not a melee character, not an attack character at least, and is also in the back line. By having her in the back line, she's effectively half her attack, so it doesn't really matter to have her smack something. Anyway, see, again, you can tell it's a boss fight because you got no EXP. Interesting fact I recently learned about this is if you level up Marcus, the stats actually affect a character you'll get later's basic stats. Gotta say, anyone who knows the game, I've just thrown something at. I've just thrown a big spoiler. Anyone who knows nothing about the game, you'll find out later. Anyway, I stole all the items, so I am actually pretty happy about that fight. And, again, we are entering plot, and didn't check what time I started this video. I'm going to trust that I have 3 minutes. Anyway. I would say Dagger doesn't have the naivete that doesn't really quite suit Richard. Anyway, if I recall correctly. Nope, I do not recall correctly. Anyway, a little bit of development here. Season Pro, you're level 6. I care to mention that she is, I believe, 12 levels behind most of my party. Marvelous architecture, Trino. There's a reason that this makes both me and Marcus sigh, and you will see it in a minute, because I remember Trino. Anyway. At this point, I feel alright ending it here. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.